Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to start my Flippin' Friday series today. I was hoping to get more videos made so that I can schedule them ahead, and that didn't work out, but I wanted to go ahead and at least get the first video up. This is going to be a series based on my take on Corey Dahman's Flip Flaps and Folds series on her channel, and I will leave the link to her playlist in the description box. And then I will be putting everything in just a plain coffee dyed paper book for reference for myself. And so I thought you guys might be interested in seeing what we're doing. I'm going to be using the Floral Geo. It's not my favorite collection, and that's why I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to use this up on my idea book, and it'll be cute and somewhat matchy-matchy, but it'll at least coordinate together. So that's what we're going to do today. So I have taken 2 sheets from this collection. One is a geometric pattern in a gold color, and one is a navy floral that coordinates. So for the first one, and I don't remember the names of all of these things, I'm gonna leave Corey to explain the how-tos of these, but I will tell you the size of the scraps that I'm using. Well, I'm not using scraps at the moment, but I'm making scraps and I'm going to be using up the scraps. And then on my tomorrow, Scrappy Saturday, I'm going to be doing a different series of Corey's as well, because I want to get these books made, and I thought you guys might want to come along. So I'll be using a different paper pack for that one so that I can tell which book is which. So anyway, for the first one, and I thought this was really cute. I have a strip that's 3 by 12. I have scored it at 4 and 8 inches, just to make sure it lays flat. Press that down, and then we're going to be making kind of a crisscross. Let's see, I am going to use my ruler for this because this is a little bit thicker paper. It's kind of a cardstock, but there's no rhyme or reason to this. You can just kind of bend that up and then fold it down. Probably should have just gone to the edge of the paper, but that's okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. In fact, on this one I may come, yeah, you want to go from the corner down. And so on this one, I want to come from the corner. Like I said, it doesn't really matter exactly where you fold. So I'm going to do this one a little bit higher because I did the other one lower. So just go like that, and then that will give me a place to fold. Use my bone folder, and then I will come along here and trim this little piece off. Okay, just so it doesn't show on the front. And you don't have to do this, but I am going to, you know what, I'm going to use my glue stick for today because I need to fill this bottle. These bottles are great as far as I can squeeze them really well, but it takes a long time for this to get down to the bottom, so I try to keep them really filled up. So I'm going to use this one for the moment, especially just for flaps, just for gluing flaps down. This glue works really well. And so I'm not going to be inking or doing any of that kind of stuff in here because it's just an idea book. And so the way this works is like this and like this. Now, if this was double-sided paper, this would be awesome. It's not. So I took a little piece from the other paper, and I'm going to glue that right inside here. However, it's a little tight, so I'm going to take off just a sliver. And where's my cutter? Here we go. Put the glue back on here. Just not even 1/8 of an inch, like a 1/16 of an inch. And I think that will fit in there very nicely. Yeah. And so I will glue this one on. Probably should be gluing this on something else besides my mat, but that's okay. You guys can see where that glue is better than me. And like I said, this is nice sticky glue. It sticks pretty well. Alright, so I'm going to place that in here. Probably could have gotten away with not having it exactly the same height as this pocket, because the pocket doesn't come down all the way. So, but doesn't that look cute? Alright, let's do this. I'm just going to do a little line here, like so, and tack that down. And then this one, we're going to do the same, just except for the chunky bits. Okay, and I don't know what that is. Probably dog hair. I don't, there's no telling. Alright, it could be lint from any of the number of things I have on my desk at the time. So there we go, and that is a cute pocket for a page. Now you can attach this way on a page. You can attach this would be cute with a couple of these on a page. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to do. Before you glue it down, you could sew along the edges. That would be cute. And then you could even sew around the whole thing and not even have to worry about the glue. Should have thought about that first. But I'm not going to sew on this because I want to get it done. And I think if I make it too difficult for myself, I'm not going to finish it. I'll get started, and about 10 days in, it'll be like, eh. And that's another reason why I wanted to bring it to you guys, for accountability. But this is a cute pocket. So you've got basically a tuck here, and I forgot to glue on the bottom. A tuck here, a tuck here. So the way I have it can be used as a belly band. If you don't want a belly band, you can glue that shut. You can attach this onto a page on 3 sides, and then you'll be able to use the back side. So I'm going to make another one of those, and I'm going to put 2 on a page. And then the next thing I want to do, now I have watched Corey's videos a couple of times, and I went back just to kind of remind myself what she did, but I don't want to actually copy her, you know, exactly. So I'm kind of making up some of it as I go, just because, and I know she uses these, so I'm going to save these for this project so things will coordinate. But on the next page, these are 3x6 pieces. She does a staggered pocket, and she puts tags inside of them to keep the pockets closed. So, what did I do with my scoreboard? I got everything all strewn behind me. Okay. I want this one. I don't know why. I like to use this one better, and I've had this probably 20 plus years. I love this tool. I am going to score these. Let's see. If I do 4 on a page, all right, and the page is 8.5, I should have done this math first, but now you'll know how to do it, okay? The page is 8.5 inches tall. So half of that is going to be 4 1/4, and 2 1/8, and 1 1/16. Okay, I think 2 1/8 is the size I want. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. So 2 1/8. Oh, I drove it. Anyway, 2 1/8 is the size I want. As far as the height. So 2 1/8 and 2 1/8 is 4 1/4. So I'm going to trim these down to 4 1/4, and I'm going to use all 4 of these. So let's trim those down to 4 1/4, and when we fold them in half, they'll be the right size. I hope that makes sense. Let's see, 4 1/4, see if I can make sure I'm there. We will save these. They'll come in handy for something. And 4 1/4. In fact, maybe we'll use these for the tags we stick in the pocket. We'll see how it comes out. 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. Now, like I said, I'm using a 12 by 12 paper pack, but for this project particular, you could use that's 6 by 6. Okay, so then we want to score these in half, and I still have my scoreboard here. And half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8. So 2 1/8, 2 1/8, 2 1/8, and 2 1/8. All right. So we should be ready to go. Now, I don't have my coffee dyed booklet made yet, so I probably should have picked a different project to do, but I'm going to put this on a piece of coffee dyed paper, and you'll get the idea. I was thinking, because this is white, I may just use white paper, and I may use, I accidentally got 24 pound instead of 28 pounds, so I may use 24 pound paper, and it'll be 12 pages. But basically the way this works is you attach these on the page like this. 3 sides you're going to glue, and then this will flip up. This one will be below it. This one will be below it, and this one will be below it. Okay, and that comes out to 8 1/2. Now all of these will pop open, okay, so that the way that you keep it closed is going to be by putting something in the pocket below it. So if you have something in the pocket, that's going to keep that closed. Okay, then this one will be in this pocket, and this one will be in this pocket. Now I haven't decided what I want to do to keep the bottom one from flipping up, but I think I have an idea, and I may use this piece because we're only using 3 tags. If I use this piece down here right on the edge, this bottom one can be a matchbook, right? So let me get a piece of paper. Okay, I want to show you how to put this book together really quickly. Basically, it's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these are going to be the center pages. So I'm going to fold those. In fact, I'm going to use my scoreboard so that they stay aligned. I want to come in here. Half of 11 is 5 1/2. Okay, so this is my center, and I'm just going to mark it with my pencil all the way down. I'm going to come on this side 1/8 of an inch and draw all the way down, being careful not to jump the track. And I'm going to do the same thing on the left side, being careful not to jump the track. I'm also using the dull side of the pencil so I don't poke a hole through this. Alright, this is going to be my sewing guideline, this one and this one. The middle one is only for lining up the next section. And because I don't see very well, I am going to go ahead and, wow, some of these pages got really wrinkled. Maybe that wasn't the best way to score them in half. I'm just going to do that right down the middle. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I have these 4. These are going to be sewn in last. So firstly, I'm going to line these all up and get some, actually, you know what, let me use these paper, these binder, whatever they are, these bigger clips, because these will keep it from sliding around. And I am going to sew on either side of that center line. And here again, this doesn't want to be straight, so I'm gonna get this straight and kind of loose it up. All right, so I'm gonna sew on either side of that, and I'll be back. Okay, so with the 12, or I'm sorry, 8, there's 12 altogether, I sewed on the outside line, so I have 1/4 inch spine. Okay, this one's a little less straight, but that's okay, it's not going to matter in the long run. So now what I want to do is take the 4 and line these up right there. And I guess I'll use these. Okay, make sure it's lined up on this side as well, which it does appear to be. So I'm just going to put this down here till I get there, and then I'll remove it. I did decide to go ahead and do 2 of these since I'm doing one for Saturday as well. So might as well get that lined up and ready to go for tomorrow, and then I won't have to do this again. So putting 2 clips on the top for when I get started, and I'm putting 1 at the bottom just so it doesn't go cockeyed there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to run a stitch down here, remove this, finish that. I did go, you can see there's a little knot here. I backstitched a couple of stitches at the beginning and at the end. I lengthened my stitch to about 4.5, I think. And make sure you have a sharp needle. Now for this part, I know my machine's not going to like it because it's 12 layers of paper, so I know I'm going to have to go slow. Otherwise my needle could break, my thread could break, etc. So this will take me a minute, and then I'll get back. Okay, so I am back, and I just want to go ahead and fold these pages now, and I hope that I lengthened the stitch. I think I did enough. Now, so you can see that on this page, but that's okay. It's not going to matter. That it will not perforate. That's why you lengthen your stitch. If you do it too close together, it's basically just perforating your paper. So there we go. All right, I want to do that same thing on the other side. And yeah, so that didn't do right. Okay. Just if you can see how flat this lays, and that's why I think it would be the perfect vessel for all of these ideas. So this one is going to be Flip Flaps, or I'm going to call it Flippin' Friday, and then tomorrow will be Scrappin' Saturday. So there we go, and that's going to make about 1/4 of an inch spine. As you can see, the middle signature is going to stick out a little bit more, but I'm not concerned about that at this time. If it bugs you, go ahead and trim those down about 1/4 of an inch. But for right now, I just want to show you how I'm going to use these pockets, and we'll just start at the beginning. Okay, so this one I want to make 2 of these, because I think I'll put one here. Well, no, maybe I'll put one as a regular pocket on the bottom, and we'll glue that on 3 sides. I guess I will go ahead and use this glue, because I don't want to use glue stick. It's not as precise. I'll just have to wait for the glue to get down there. And there are some pretty papers in this collection, but it's not, there's, you know, it is a geometrical with a few flowers thrown in. So it'll be interesting to see how it all comes out in the end. So I'm going to center this probably 1/2 inch side to side and bottom. All right. So what I've done here, and like I said, if you wanted to do it as a belly band, you put it higher and not glue the bottom. And I didn't glue this piece yet, so let's glue in here a little bit. So that is closed. And we will be able to have 3 tuck spots. We'll have one here, and one back here. Okay, and I'm going to make another one and put it sideways, and then we'll be able to do it through the side, and I'll be using the same paper. So now with this one, I want to glue on 3 sides as well, because we want to have a pocket. Come on. And I'm probably just going to do this right down the middle of the page. There we go. And I'm going to line it up on the bottom. Okay. Make sure I've got that straight. You want to make sure you have it straight, otherwise you're going to go, if you don't, you're going to follow it all the way. All right. Then I want to take the next piece, same thing. And we're going to, I'm going to open that so I can see what I'm doing. And I hope you can see with the white and everything. We want to make sure that's lined up there. Okay. And repeat with the last 2. Did I do that right? Yeah. You want the flip to go up. Like so, and put this one in and see if we can make sure that everything's straight. I think we did okay. Like that. And that should, because we did the math, everything comes out perfectly like that. Okay? So, like I said, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do on the bottom. I may go ahead and make it a matchbook, but for right now, I'm going to take these 3 and turn them into tags really quickly. We use the flip over method. That's how I like to get them finished so that I know they're the same. Sometimes when I do the flip the corner method, it doesn't come out right for some reason. So we will tuck that in there, and we will tuck that one, let's do this one in here, and so far those are shut, and we will stick that one in there. So those are shut. And then this one, I think, yeah, I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to paper clip it. But like I said, I may do a matchbook for this one. Let's see. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it. But I need to be about, let's see. Let's just do a strip that's about 1/2 inch. So, and then we will glue it right all along the edge. That gives us a scrap for something else. We will glue this right along the edge. And also, I think I'm gonna need to trim this just a hair. So I'm just gonna take off a hair off of this so it actually fits. See that? Just a little tiny smidge. And we'll put this down right at the bottom. Line it up on the edge like that. Probably going to have to trim more because that glue is going to take up about half of that. So yeah, I'll need to probably cut there, but I want to do that on something that's a little straighter than my scissors. So we'll come back to that when it's dry, but you get the idea. This will tuck inside of that and keep it closed. So that is today's Flippin' Friday. Come back next Friday and we'll do something new. Thanks for watching. Bye now.